Super Rugby Pacific first round of playoffs for 2025 is here. Crusaders versus Reds, Chiefs versus the Blues, and Brumbies versus the Hurricanes. New playoff format is at play as well, and you might be a little bit confused about how it all works out, as most of us are or were, but I've got you sorted. We're going to figure it out together. But before we get into it, let me know in the comments, is your team still in it? Is your second team still in it? Who's going to make finals? Who's the favorites to win it this year? Let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get into it. So we'll get straight into trying to explain to you guys the finals format. So credit to Myth of Damien McKenzie, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you go on socials, for this makeup or breakup of the finals format and how it's going to work. Yes, in brackets, it's confusing AF. But I'm going to try my best to explain it to you try my best to explain it to a 5-year-old. You know what I mean? Right, so after round 16, which is gone, been and done, 3-week playoff series will take place, so involving the top 6 teams. Pretty easy, pretty basic to understand. First round is known as the qualifying finals. The week after is the semi-finals, and then the finals. Also, pretty simple to understand. The qualifying finals, which is this weekend, right? Seeded based off the regular season rankings, right? So 3 games, 1 versus 6, which is the Chiefs versus the Blues. No, yes, correct. Chiefs versus the Blues, then 2 versus 5, which is Crusaders versus Reds, and then 3 versus 4, which is Brumbies versus the Hurricanes, okay? Easy. We've got that. With the top ranked teams are hosting. Standard, we got that. Winners of each match in the qualifying finals are guaranteed a semi-final spot, right? So that's 3. So 3 will go through, right? The highest ranked team that loses their qualifying final based off the regular season will also get a 4th and last semi-final spot. We call that the lucky loser. We're getting 3 guys that go through, and then there's a lucky loser. Okay, so it's of the lucky losers, which there'll be 3 losers out of the games this weekend. Whoever was ranked highest in the regular season of that top 6 is the lucky loser. Okay, so for instance, Crusaders win the first game, they go through. Chiefs win the second game, they go through. Brumbies win the third game, they go through. Hurricanes becomes the lucky loser. My only issue with all of this is if what I said just happens, right? So if Crusaders go through, Chiefs go through. Let's say Crusaders and Chiefs win their games. It doesn't matter what happens in the Brumbies versus Hurricanes game. Both of them will go through and both of them won't be able to host a semi-final. So this is the only flaw that has been kind of found out in this format, this finals format. So I hope that's all made it a little bit easier for you. The only spanner in the works will be if Reds or Blues start winning games. Then your lucky loser is obviously then the Chiefs because they're the highest ranked loser. Hopefully that clears the air a little bit there for you guys. But regardless, it is a bit confusing, but that's kind of how it is, man. Then it becomes semis, and then semis from there, it's just the 2 winners go through. The highest ranked winner of the semis hosts the final. Lovely, lovely stuff there. And again, thank you to Myth of DMAC for chopping that all up for us and to make it a little bit easier. All right, let's get into previews for this one. So we've got Crusaders versus Reds up first. We're going to have both teams up here to see for you guys now. Home ground advantage for Crusaders, which is a massive... for all the teams that are playing at home, it is a massive benefit, a massive advantage. That's at least giving you 5 to 6 points off the bat. Both teams here, so Crusaders and Reds, both teams love to throw the ball around. Both have devastating backs out wide that can really punish you. Any little errors, they can pick that up and punish you or turn you around, kick the ball through, turn you around and cause havoc. And cause havoc from anywhere on the field as well. Both teams have a strong set piece, so both teams have good plays off their set piece as well. So their scrums are really strong and their lineouts are really strong. Both have lovely plays off their scrums and lineouts. I think Crusaders might have the upper hand at lineout time, especially off the little plays that they've got off the lineout. They've got a strong maul. But in saying that, the Reds have got a strong maul as well. Have scored a ton of tries off the back of the maul, whether that's the hooker just staying connected, that maul driving them over, and him scoring, or playing coming off there. And same, Asiata has been doing well like that. And then Moananu or Cody Taylor been really good for the Crusaders like that as well. X factor across the field, but I've picked out Sevu Reece and Tate McDermott from each side to be the big X factor players, guys that can just out of nowhere pull something out of a hat and can just out of nothing make something happen and shift the momentum on the field. And I think these guys, Sevu Reece and Tate McDermott, are those guys for sure. The big matchup that I'm looking at is Christian Leawilli and Harry Wilson. The matchup, the battle of the eights. How good. Both have been in sensational form. Harry Wilson obviously coming back from his broken arm. He has played a couple games since. Captain fantastic. The current Wallaby captain as well. Then Christian Leawilli has just been, he's just going from better every single game. Been in and around the All Black setup as well. But man, he'll be licking his lips at this battle for sure. Both lovely, love to give their teams front football, strong defensively, and get through a ton of work. So that's going to be a lovely matchup there. Man, I think Crusaders will have the upper hand here. The upper hand being at home and of recent form or recent results between the two games, between the two teams. I think Crusaders get the job done here and get the job done well. I think Crusaders by 12 in that one. All right, then we move on to the big one. The Chiefs versus the Blues, the all New Zealand derby in the finals. How good. Last year's final, the big one. Oh man, no one gave the Blues chance for this one. Chiefs are massive favourites to win the whole competition this year. Both teams peaking at the right time, playing fantastic rugby that wins you games, but wins you finals as well. Forward packs dominating up front, loving the contact areas, dominating set piece, strong at scrum times, strong at lineouts, strong around the park as well, getting to those rucks, making turnovers, being support plays. The forwards are, and then the backs that can just burn you from anywhere. They can score tries from anywhere on the field. And when they get opportunities, they are going to nail it. And they're going to make you pay. Both teams you wouldn't want to play in the finals. You wouldn't want to play either of these sides right now. Yes, Blues maybe haven't been the best throughout the season. But now when it comes to the business end of the season, peaking and playing sensational rugby. And all their marquee players, all their big name players, your Rico Ioane, your Mark Talia, your Caleb Clark, all those guys are coming into great form at the moment. My X factors that I've picked out for this game, guys that can change the game from anywhere on the field, from whatever the points deficit is, can change momentum, can turn something from nothing. Shooter Stevenson for the Chiefs and Rico Ioane for the Blues. Yes, Rico Ioane coming into a lot of criticism, hasn't had his best season form-wise, but off the back of a hat-trick versus the Waratahs last round and just nailing everything he needs to do at 13 and nailing it really well. And then Shooter Stevenson, oh man, he knows when to inject himself in that back line. He's got a good kicking game, got a good short kicking game as well. Just his awareness around the ball, fantastic. Big matchup I'm looking to in this game, Damien McKenzie versus Beauden Barrett. The two 10s going at it. How good. How good. This is an all-black trial for that 10 jumper, for sure. Yes, Beauden Barrett, the older guy, he's been there, done that. But 100% he's gunning for the All Blacks position, the 10 position or the fullback, wherever he wants to be. And Damien McKenzie, on the other hand, he's the incumbent 10. He wants to lock that 10 jumper in, and it doesn't get bigger than coming up against someone who can take that jersey from you or winning this game and then pushing on to win the Super Rugby title. Both of these boys, whoever Forward pack lays the foundation, but then whoever pulls the strings here, they will come out on top. And I think Chiefs will be too strong for this one. They've let it slip 2 years in a row. They're not going to let it slip the 3 year on the trot. Chiefs by 8. Chiefs by 8 in this one. And then the last game, Brumbies versus Hurricanes. Like I said, if Crusaders and Chiefs win, this game is null and void because both of these teams will then progress. But it's still going to be a cracker. Still, both teams will want to come into this one. They want to win. They want to go into the next round, with a win under their belt. They don't want to be losing going into finals. Oh, man, the Brumbies probably the only Australian team that I feel like stands a chance winning this game or winning the knockout games. But, man, for Hurricanes coming into finals in sensational form and all their players are playing some rugby at the moment. Some of the best rugby of their lives right now. You think of Umaga Jensen, Cam Roigard, Lakai, Karifi, Ruben Love, all of these guys in great form at the moment. Brumbies, strong set piece, their lineouts, their scrums. Whenever it gets tough, they just resort back to knuckling up front, short balls, short of 9, off 10, and dominate the contact areas. But you're going to come up against the Hurricanes forward pack of Duplessis Karifi, Peter Lakai, Lomax, Almua, Xavier Numia. Like, these guys are also big, strong, and don't step back at all from a physical confrontation. X factor for me, Tom Wright, Cam Roigard, guys that can literally pull something from nothing. Whenever the teams need something, just get them the ball. They don't have to be in a lot of space, or there doesn't have to be much things happening around them. They can just pull something from nothing. And both of these teams will be looking at these guys to do just that this weekend. Big matchup for this game is the centre pair battle of Feilua and Ikital versus Peter Umaga Jensen and Billy Proctor. Both centre pairings in sensational form at the moment. Both teams look to these guys to get them on the front foot, to get them going forward or first phase, and then to also bring that little bit of X factor, that something from nothing, that bit of magic in the midfield, and that bit of, you know what, just give me the ball, get behind me, I'm going to truck it up, or I'm going to beat the first line. And that centre pair battle is going to be huge. Brumbies at home, but I think Hurricanes will be too strong for this one. Both playing great rugby at the moment. I just think Hurricanes have got that little bit of flair, that little bit of X factor, and can still match it up front physically. I think Hurricanes by 5 in this one. But like I said, if Crusaders and the Chiefs win their games, this game doesn't matter because these two teams will go through because of how the finals format is played out. But that's it. So I've got Crusaders winning, Chiefs winning, and Hurricanes winning. What are your predictions for it? Let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.